Today on I Can Do That Unscripted, please join us for part 2 of Vivaan and Kat.
Okay, now we're getting into the choreography land.
Woo!
Okay, what made you want to start choreographing? Like, is there any inspirational artists or even shows or things that where you like, you know what? I think I want to take that on.
I think there's like three. There's three
Okay.
big moments in my life where choreography has just been like a central. Like I saw something and I was like, oh, I would want to create that.
Right.
And first is Beyonce.
Yeah.
Oh my God, my mom has a video of me at I think age like 2, watching the Single Ladies music video, and I am like one hand on the table, one hand.
Yes.
And I think I knew from a very young age that like
Yeah.
I love to dance. Like that's just like
Right.
something that I don't want to get rid of in my life.
Right.
I just want to like have that on me at all times. And my first actual choreographing like gig, I don't know. It's like freshman year PE. You have like the dance unit.
Yep.
And I just had this want to like I want to choreograph for this. Like this just seems like a lot of fun. And I had a friend named Juliana who did like comp dance, and she was like a really like good accomplished dancer, and she was like, we were like, you know what, let's do this. So we were assigned a song, lame, but we were assigned Industry Baby by Lil Nas X.
Oh,
and
Industry Baby.
I was like, okay, for 6th graders, go. Go. And I don't remember much of the combo, but it was I just remember that I had fun doing it, and I was like, wait, I like doing this. And then I came on to like work with Karen with the kids. And you know, it was like my first show that I choreographed there fully was Aladdin Kids. And I want to say now, I apologize to all the kids that I hurt for that show, because 14-year-old me did not realize that these are 7 to 10-year-olds. And I was like, boom, pirouette, slide, circle. And then I remember Jerusha like pulled me aside after one of the classes and is like, I think this may be a tad hard. And I was like, you're so right. I was so blinded. I was so blinded.
No.
And then I started working like with teenagers at my school. And that was like, I was just letting loose. Like I was just like, oh my God, I feel so good doing this. And then 9 to 5 came along. And I had a very like one-track mind view of how like musical theater choreography was supposed to be, because I've worked with so many directors who like, I think the only director who I worked with who was like dance was Jerusha. So I was like, I had a very limited view, I feel like, of what choreography could be. Then you came in to work 9 to 5.
Don't cry.
No. Like, I feel like I need to tell this story because it is so important. And I'm like, I say like, you're my mentor. Like you have a very like hip hop-esque style to your choreography. And also you just like have fun choreographing. Not even just like teaching and dancing with us, but like choreographing. Like I just saw like the wheels turning and just like I don't know, I feel like I see those like reels of like POV how like choreographers start boom chika, bah, bah. And I'm like, I didn't even see that until like I started working with you, and I was like, wait, this is so much fun. And I'm a hip hop based, like I feel like most people are either based in ballet, based in hip hop. I'm based in hip hop, and I still don't have that kind of ballet training. Like I'm not a great I couldn't be a ballerina, like but
it's okay.
Seeing you like do these, like it was 9 to 5, so like it's like Dolly Parton, and it's like we have like I'm gonna shine like the sun, like it's not very like there's not like a really big up tempo. I mean, One of the Boys, that love that dance, love that dance, but like there's not a lot of super up tempo music in that show.
No.
But just seeing you incorporate these like such grounded and like groovy elements to it, that snapped something in my brain. And I like from that day on, I was like, I want to be like Kat.
Oh my God.
I was like, that is crazy. Like that was a transformative experience for me, genuinely.
Oh my gosh, don't make me cry.
No. I only truth. I never jest, I truth.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. No, working with y'all was such a dream. I literally, you have no idea how many times I like messaged Jerusha and I was like, hey, do you ever need like anybody? And then finally when she posted something about like, hi, I'm pregnant, I need like, I'm looking for someone, and somebody like immediately tagged me on her post, I was like, yes.
Me.
And then she asked me for like my not like I guess a resume, because I had to have like a whole like reel of choreography I did, and I like sent it over, and I was like, I hope this is okay. At that point I had already choreographed like a couple musicals. And so when she said yes, I was like so aesthetic to like work with y'all. I was so scared though, because obviously you had Jerusha for so long, and so my brain was like, oh no, like
I'm stepping into a space that's not mine.
But it's okay, because it was just like, it was really fun to like see the professionalism that Jerusha has like instilled in all of you. And I will honestly say, because I had worked with so many other theater companies before that, and other groups of people, like your group was probably the most professional, the most hardworking, the most like, your ethics were just mind blowing. The amount of times I wanted to cry in rehearsal but had to like pull it back all the time was like so much. Almost every rehearsal, because like I would put choreography on you all, and then immediately the next day when I came back to clean it, it was done. It was clean. Like I didn't even have to do anything. And I was like, this is insane, because I would have to be like, some other productions, I would take 3 days to clean something, right? And so I would just either we have to reteach it. And so coming back and you're like, no, we got it. We've already put in the person that wasn't even here the other day. And I was like, well, what am I going to do for the rest of the rehearsal? I'm going to have to really, really nitpick this one. Yeah, so like having to nitpick you all and like, and just, I don't know, it was just wild. And to even know that some of you weren't, I mean, like, didn't come from many like many dance backgrounds, you know what I mean? Like, some of them have just done that, you know, like I've just been in musical theater shows and stuff like that. I've never taken a dance class outside. Like, it was impressive to even just see how much you all are capable of. And I was like, these kids are gonna stop the world. Like, I swear to God, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with all of you all. Yeah, so I was in love. And so that's why creating was so much fun with you, because I actually had like people to create on. You know what I mean? Like,
that's so sweet.
Yeah, it was just like, it was just so easy to create with you all. And then all of your inputs and all of your collaboration, like it was nice. It was nice. Yeah. So thank you.
Of course.
It was amazing. Okay. You won an award. I mean, after all of this like choreography journey, like you won an award. This is insane. So tell me about this award and how do you feel?
Oh wow, I genuinely haven't like processed like that I'm an inaugural Sarah Burley's like choreography award winner.
Yes.
I literally found out at the new Renee, who choreographed King of New York for us.
Yes.
I found out that she was an adjudicator for the Sarah Burley's Awards at that rehearsal. And then she also told me that she was the one who pitched the idea of a choreography award. And I was like, what? And she came up to me recognizing me. So I was like, wait, I know you because I've seen your work.
Yeah.
What do you mean you came up to me? Like, that was like,
right.
I had to hold myself back. Like, I was literally about to start jumping up like a crazy person in my taps. Like, the person I was about to become, I was so, like, I didn't know what to do with myself.
Oh my God.
Anything goes.
Yeah.
That show, love it to pieces. So amazing to work on. Have to say, it was kind of a train wreck.
Oh no.
So, to any person watching who knows about the Anything Goes SRV 2026 like experience, it was a lot. But we had no director. Laura Taylor, who works at GBC, stepped in.
Yeah.
Like got us like blocking everything. Choreography wise, we did not have a lot of like direction, and I had like a very clear vision of what I wanted, like what numbers I wanted to take on, because when I was working with Hilly Thirlwall, we had like a very clear, like distinctive, like here are the numbers you take, here are the numbers I take, because these numbers are kind of more dance focused. And for Grease, I think it was a little bit easier because it's such like good music, like it's danceable music.
Okay.
Anything Goes, it's so stylized. It's all either like sharp Fosse or it's like tap. It's like traditional, like 60s, 70s tap. And I'm like, ooh, like I don't have experience with such stylized pieces. And for Grease, we had an adjudicator come, even though Grease is not an eligible show, but we had an adjudicator just come just so we could get feedback. And I talked to the adjudicator and they're like, you know, like before, like he was like, I'm impressed by like the sheer amount of like continuity in your choreography for your age, but like do some work on like stylizing and like time period wise. So I was like, okay. So I went into Anything Goes just like scared because I was just like 60s. Like I have not seen a lot of like 60s jazz and Fosse. Like I've done Fosse shows, I've seen Fosse shows, but like Anything Goes is just like so specific. And also like coming off of like Sutton Foster's revival of it, I'm like, I have to do this some sort of good.
Yeah.
So I had to, when I came in, I was like, I know what I'm going to do. And then our director's like, oh, like, I don't think these numbers should have dance in it. And then like some numbers that I had planned like to have dance in. And I was just like, oh, because for, there's a song in the show called Gypsy and Me, which is Evan Oakley's like love confession or reveal that he's like a eccentric guy to Reno Sweeney. And in the revival, they had a tango number, which was like, it was just Reno and Oakley. But then I was like, you know, we have dancers and it's also a high school show. So I feel like when I choreograph for out of high school, I try to make it like, you know, let's not have dances where they're not needed. But for high school, I want as many people on stage as possible because it's a learning experience at the end of the day. And it was rough trying to find an outline where there was no direction because I was kind of like making my own outline based of like, we want this, we don't want this. So it was a lot. But I feel like, you know, the tap number like pushed me. The Blow Gabriel Blow is like, we had to cut some bars out of it because it was just like, we didn't have the time to like finish it. So by the time like show came around, I'm like, it's there. I feel like I was just so down in the dumps for that show because I was just like, I had so much like on my back for that show.
I remember that. Yeah, I feel like you were saying stuff.
Yeah, it was just it was a rough experience. I got to be honest, but we had adjudicators for spelling bee who like we still don't have our adjudication because like it was given to Thorwall and Thorwall's like not here. So like rest in peace to spelling bee adjudication. Hope I can see it soon. But Anything Goes. I don't even think I was thinking about Sarah Bareilles like adjudication because I was just so focused on like getting the show like out there and like done. And then it was like a Sunday morning. I get a call from our leadership teacher and Miss Laura Taylor, and it's like I was sleeping in. It was 12, and I was like, I don't usually sleep till 12, but I don't know, something happened that week. I was really tired, and I wake up to a call. I pick up, I'm like, hello, and they're like, are you like available right now? I'm like, I guess yeah, and they're like, check your computer. They forwarded me an email, and it's like, you have been nominated for Sarah Bareilles Award. And I was just like,
that's so crazy.
I was like, this insanity because I saw the Sarah Bareilles Awards last year. The sheer amount of talent in high schoolers. Yeah. Oh my God. Like, I'm so glad that there's like a system for like regional awards and Jimmys and all that because like it needs to be recognized that some of these high school students are like
insane.
So
insane. And I've worked with all of you that like I can attest to that.
Like it's high school theater is such a beautiful experience. I feel like going to the Sarah Bareilles Awards, like you could like working with all these people. Like I made so many like I went to the workshops. I knew the vocal teacher for the workshop. Like it was so much fun. I got to like I had some people like Logan, who was our Jack Kelly for Newsies Here. He was nominated for the prom and he was spectacular. Oh my God. Rowan Riramontree, he was nominated for Pippin.
I know Rowan.
I love Rowan. Such a visionary.
Amazing.
I like I like knowing people there just made it a little more comfortable for me, but meeting like the other choreography nominees, like it's such a welcoming experience. Everyone there loves each other. There's like everyone's just so excited to create, and I was like, oh my God, this is what I've been craving all my life, just like to create with other people. And it was like workshops itself, so beautiful. Award show comes on. I didn't even care about winning. I was just like, I want to walk on the stage. Get me on the Orpheum Theater stage. Amazing. It like just looking onto that audience from the stage.
Orpheum?
Yeah.
What a dream.
Oh my God, it's like, take me back.
Bucket list.
Yeah. I'm manifesting for you. Like trust.
At some point.
It is magical because like it was so structured in a way that didn't feel like a military, like, oh, walk here. Like they were just like, the staff was very, very sweet to us. Okay. We did like a bunch of interviews. Like I spent so much time with the other choreography nominees. Like we're like, we just became tight. Like we're locked in for life now. And oh my God. And then Sarah Bareilles walking out. She came to like our like dress run. Yeah. She's so funny, first of all. I feel like I wouldn't expect that from her because her music is like, I know her very parasocially from like her independent music, her working on Waitress. There's like a little docuseries she did, which is like talking about Waitress. So that's all I knew about Sarah Bareilles at that point. Yeah. But she's so like charismatic and she's so like tongue in cheek, and I would like never expect it from her. Like she was just like cracking. She brought her dog to like the like thing, and her dog was just like so innocent and sweet. And like she would always. And then there's this question that she was asking. She was like, "Oh, like I want to create till the day I die." And then like, and then she started talking about like death, and I was like, "Oh," and she's like, "You know, like my dog's gonna die one day," and I was like, She should be a stand-up comedian. If like I know like the writing music and everything, it'll work out. But like, hey, Sarah Bareilles, if you
stand-up comedian,
if you want to be a stand-up comedian, I will be your first and most loyal customer because you're so funny. But she gave such good advice, and she was so like grounded. Aww. And I love when I hear the truth. Like I feel like when I go on the internet and I just see stuff about like getting into the theater world, it's all very like jaded views of like it's so like accessible and all this, but like I never really felt the accessibility part. But hearing Sarah Bareilles talk about her experience literally coming from nowhere to like where she is now, like getting pitched to write Waitress and like getting to perform in it, and her journey, like she told us like the hardships, and she told us like you're gonna do 550 auditions and not book anything until the 551st where you finally book. And I'm like, that I hate not seeing a light at the end of the tunnel. So I think that's when I'm like, ooh, theater is like, ooh, it's scary. But like hearing that I'm not alone in it, and also like the amount of jobs that aren't on stage. Yeah. Hello, like that makes me excited. Yeah. If anything. Yeah. And award ceremony comes along. I go on that stage. I acted like super nervous. If you see the video of me walking on and I'm like holding everybody's hand, I was not nervous because I didn't think I was gonna win. I was like, actor. I was like holding my head down, and I was in my head. I was just like, it's not gonna be me. Like I'm just doing this. I'm doing this for all the people recording and I want to seem like the most humble person on this stage, because like, okay, I saw all the works of like the other, because like we shared our like reels and everything to each other, and like Juliana, who was Adam's family, Gianna, who I'm like very connected with because she's Dublin High. I know a bunch of people at Dublin High. I worked with them for Mean Girls that me and Camden worked on. So like this is like a friend of a friend for me. Gotcha. Mamma Mia, she did. Oh, gorgeous. And the group before who did Dogfight, that choreo was insane. They had like choreography and they had like this like sick set. And I was just like that. And it was a choreo team. So I was like that. I was thinking like that was gonna take it. And when like they were like, oh, Vivaan, right, anything goes, I went, wait a minute. Who's punking me right now? That was like, it was like completely like an out of body experience. They had my script like for my like, we had to write like congratulations speeches. Did I read it? No. I was just so like confused almost. I was like, I have to thank this and this, and also they were like, keep it within 60 seconds. So I was like, oh, it's like the Tonys, like they're gonna cut me off. They're gonna start cutting me off the music if I don't wrap it up. And I was like, I was just spitting words out, and I didn't even know what I was saying until I walked off stage. And like before I even walked on stage, like we all just like hugged, like on stage right there at like the award ceremony, and I was just like, this is what I could always want. It's not even like I screamed when I saw that you. Oh, I was so proud of you. I was like, wait, are you in? This is insane. Amazing. Yeah, I'm so proud of you. Thank you. Okay, well, we're coming to the end almost because we gotta end soon. Oh yeah. But I just want to know, like, what is your process when you do choreography? What is your process? Like, I mean, you were talking about it because like at some point, like with Anything Goes, you know, he said like it has to be more classic, you know, like 60s or whatever. So when either that happens, like obviously you do some research, but then like when it's not, what is your process? When it's nothing, that's like when it could just be anything, what's your process? Ooh, okay. I love choreographing hip hop, pop, R&B. That's like my jam. I absolutely love. I took 3 modern dance classes in my life. Those classes I think were really like fundamental in just like me being able to choreograph. Also, I grew up doing K-pop choreography. That's like the like I was another time I want to see that. yes. I would like sit in front of my TV. I was like a Blackpink stan when I was in 4th and 5th grade. Yes. You had to pry me away from the TV. When Blackpink released, I was the first to watch. Like, I'm still Blackpink stan. I feel like I've branched like into like other groups now, but like I'm more like boy groups now because I feel like also like I need to learn how to masculinize my choreography because my friends are like, you dance like a girl. And I was like, well, yes. Well, first of all, there's nothing wrong with that. I love my little like classical dances. Like it's so much fun. Like I feel like seeing how like K-pop choreography is, and like because that is like adept to like singing and dancing. Like other styles are like expect you to just dance focus only. Right. K-pop, it's like I think that's a very accessible dance style because you see like there's K-pop cover groups all over. Yeah. And learning K-pop dances, I think taught me how to like manage singing and dancing. So knowing what moves are like, yeah, let's keep that because I think it'll be possible, and like, oh, we got to cut this because it's not possible with singing. Right. And when it comes to just like I always freestyle first. I feel like freestyling gets you like the movement and like whether you're choreographing on the lyrics or you're choreographing on the drum or you're choreographing on the snare or you're choreographing on the synth, like I want to focus on one at a time, and I like switching it up a little bit because I feel like it piques attention a little bit more. And I feel like when I freestyle, I do it different every time, and I like to record if I feel it. Like I'm like, ooh, I have a lot of energy. Let me record this freestyle just in case something works. Yeah. And I have like 33-minute recordings on my phone of like me freestyling.
Hey.
And it works.
It works.
And it works. And yeah, like for a stylized show, of course, I have to do like my research before. And I'm like, I freestyle. I'm like, okay, like I'm gonna watch a video on like there are YouTube videos for like 60s style of dancing, or like there's like really old like almost like mockumentary type videos of like how the 60s were, and I feel like you can tell a lot just from like the style of them, and like I think with clothing helps so much because you'll see how things move in your clothing. Yes. And I feel I take it like freestyle, I go period, and then I go like how does it work with singing clothing? Yeah. And if it's not musical theater, I'm just like I do what I want. Like, like I do what you want. I do what I want. Like it's so 100%. Much like it's so freeing almost. I feel like when I do freestyle, it's just I feel so in my body, and it feels like I feel like if I were to like teach like a hip hop class or teach like a jazz class, like I feel like that would be a very fulfilling journey for me. Like I see myself in like if I of course I want to go on stage, but like choreography is just like so much fun. And speaking of, I also do want to hear your creative journey with choreography because I really want to like pick out like how your wheels turn. I feel like this is what like
how my wheels turn.
Yeah, okay, before even we started this podcast, and I was just like when I submitted the form of like I want to do a podcast, this is the question I had locked and loaded. I was like, I want to know. I'm sad.
I'm sad. Okay. Well, my journey, I mean, I've danced since I was in high school. I started as like an athlete. So I started as an athlete first. Like I did basketball all the way from first grade to like to high school. And then I ended up having a coach I didn't like, and I ended up quitting basketball. And I was like, you know what? I am done. I'm like, I need some other form of like movement. So I found dance. And then in high school, we obviously had like some choreography, like projects and things like that. And I was like, yeah, like you were just like, wow, this is kind of fun. This is like, seems really cool to just think of moves and try to figure out how to play with the music or whatever. And I didn't really think much of it. So I wanted to dance more than I wanted to choreograph at that point, right? Yeah. And then so I, got into school for dance. I went to DVC, and then I went to SF State for dance. And even then, it was just all performing. Nothing like, not really choreography. Like, there's projects. Had projects here and there. Still not like, I love choreography. I love to do it. And I got into a bunch of shows, like musical theater. And then at some point, I did this one show, and the choreographer / director was like, hey, they're looking for a choreographer for this musical. And it was at Tri-Valley Repertory Theater at that point. And she was like, you'd be great at it. And I was like, would I? Because you've never actually seen me choreograph. Like, you've seen me dance. Mm-hmm. She's like, no, but I've seen you dance, and like, I think based on what I see, like, you would just do great. And they're just looking for an assistant. And I was like, oh, an assistant. Sure, I'll just do an assistant. That show was Jesus Christ Superstar at Tri-Valley Repertory Theater back in 2017, I want to say. And that was my first ever like theater production I choreographed. Before that, I choreographed, recitals and pieces like that. Loved doing that. Always had fun with the kids, but it wasn't like adults. People who like people who actually have like opinions and like will say things, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, so I will say that show was a train wreck for me. Like, I had no idea what to do, and like they threw me onto this like almost semi-professional, like it's professional theater, but like they threw me onto that project or that production, and I was like, I don't know how to do formations like this, and like I don't know how to incorporate singing with the dancing. Like, I've been in musicals, but like to like think of how to do that, it was just like, what is life? So I will say that, like, I loved the choreography I ended up coming up with, but I will say that the process was really rough because I was kind of almost making it up as I went.
Yeah.
But it was enough that they called me back for another show after that, right? So then they ended up making me the main choreographer for Little Mermaid. And my husband was actually the co-choreographer for that. And so, yeah, like after that, like I guess Jesus Christ Superstar was the kind of like the one that made this choreography career fly. And then after that, I was like, okay, you know what? Maybe this is something that I do enjoy doing, and maybe like taking another stab at it in Little Mermaid might be a little bit better. I'll be a little bit more prepared. I'll be a little bit more organized and things like that. And so that show came out really great. And then after that, I'm like, yeah, you know what? Let's do it. Let's try it. Did another show after, and another show after, and another show after, and then COVID came along. And yeah. And so then I was like, okay, well, the performer in me was like, well, I'm not being fulfilled. I feel like I just want to, I want to perform now, not choreograph. And I want to be behind the table. But then as I was performing a whole bunch, it kind of came to the point, like, what in like the community theater world, and I don't know how many people feel this way, but like whenever you're like a dancer, it's like it's very easy to just like be stuck to that one label, and then you're just like dance captain, ensemble, not really seen for many roles, that kind of thing. Like you're called back for them, but because they're like, oh, but you're so fabulous as ensemble, you know, like we'll just put you in there. And then not very many choreographers know how to work with non-dancers and dancers in tandem.
Yeah.
And so what tends to happen is they move towards the non-dancer-esque end, right? And make everything a little bit more accessible for everyone in general, which I agree. However, your dancers that do dance and can really, really do a lot of other things kind of get left behind, and like it doesn't feel fulfilling to them. So I ended up stopping performing for a little bit right before COVID hit, and I was like, well, I do miss performing. So that's when I started getting into the NBA, NFL kind of world, right? So I was like, if I'm not going to perform at the highest caliber I can in musicals, even though I love musicals, I'm going to try to find it somewhere else. Yeah. So I ended up going into MBA, and I was like, whoa, this is crazy. This world is wild. Like I was like inspired in the best ways, because I'm like, I'm now like, don't want to be like one of those people, but like in auditions and musicals, sometimes like, you know, who's the best, like not the best dancer, but you know, there's like, you have some like dance experience over a lot of other people, right? But being in the NBA and NFL world, it's like the complete opposite. Like you come in and you're like, holy moly, this is like everybody is the best, you know? And so it just lit a fire in me, and like it lit a fire and wanted me to like, I wanted to grow, like, and be the best I could be. And this is what I was waiting for. Like, this is the kind of dancing I've always wanted to do. And like push, like learn new tricks, do new things, find new ways to look at music or feel music. And so that's what like the NBA, NFL journey was for me, whether or not I made the team, which like at the end of the day, yes, I would wanted to, but I think the journey was like the thing I took away the most, was making the friends, but also just like having that, the growth mindset and the musicality, the different perspectives, the visions of choreographers and how they weave through formations and things like that. And it's just like, I have taken that and now have instilled it into what I have, or I'm doing now, right? So like, that is where my choreography journey has came to. And then now, like the way that I like to do my process is like using that NBA, NFL-esque musicality or vision. Like I want to put it on other people, right? So like after COVID, I ended up choreographing Matilda at Berkeley Playhouse. And I wasn't thinking about, again, choreography, right? I'm like in that performance mindset, NBA, NFL at that point at all times. But I was like, you know what? My friend's choreographing it, and I'm like, I'll help you, right? Like he asked me to co-choreograph. And I said, but if we're going to do this, we're going to do this right. And we're not going to dumb down anything. We're going to push everybody in a way that it's still accessible, but like that they're going to feel like they're actually doing something, you know? And so, especially with the kids, right? It's like Matilda, it's kids. Like I want to make sure these kids like are feeling like they're being used, right? And so we did that production and I was so proud of it. And I was so proud of what we did. And then at that point, I was like, okay, I think there's something here. And then after that show, I kind of like was like, how can I mix that NBA NFL into the musical theater and create, I don't know, just like different movement that you don't necessarily see. / also, like the movement is accessible. Like even if you think about like NBA and NFL style, yes, it is tricky, it is hard, but like it only looks complicated because it's so clean, it's so sharp, it's so like it's so precise. And I think that's something that I've like now come to realize. I'm like, yes, I may not have all amazing dancers, or like I may have a couple of like dancers who've been dancing since they're 4, or then I may have a couple dancers who are like non-dancers, right? But the way I can bring them together is give them choreography that's not necessarily too simple, but choreography that's clean enough that they can still look good doing. You know what I mean? And then also like finding the music, right? Like changing up the music to hear it differently. Because you can choreograph something on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and yeah, amazing, wild. But like to change up the dynamics of a song by using a 1 and or 2 and a 3 and or like changing up those counts is what makes you go, whoa, right? Like, okay, now we can like now we're telling something completely different about this, right? And so that is like what I try to aim to do every single time when I choreograph, is that I want to find a different way to like read the music through our bodies. My process is like whenever I'm about to choreograph something, I literally just sit and I put my headphones on and I just listen. And like I listen to what the music's asking of me, right? Because a lot of the times that's like dance is an expression and it's language, right? And the music is your translation. Like you are translating the music in your body. So if the music is asking you to do something like a boom, right? Or like a boom, you know, like your body is going to have to translate that somehow. So how, like, it's understanding what your music is first and then figuring out, okay, how does that look like in a body, right? So literally I will sit there and headphones in, close my eyes, and I'll just listen to the music and I'll be like, that sounds like a formation change. That sounds like like a hard hit, or that sounds like you know, like you have to get something like to find those beats, right? So that I start there. Then after that, I'll like try to like just move my body and like feel it in, you know, in the body. I actually really never have ever videoed myself doing choreography. Never.
Wow.
I just like type it on my computer. It's so weird. And I sometimes I feel like an imposter doing this because my husband, like I'll literally put the headphones on and I'm just like sitting there like after I've listened to the music, and then I just start typing. And then he'll just see me twitching. I'm just like, and then I'm like, you know, just like random things. And he's like, are you choreographing right now? I'm like, yes. And he's like, okay, cool. Yeah. And then after that, I'll start thinking, okay, start writing down formations. And then I'll start seeing like the patterns and how we should move the formations. I would say formations are probably not my strongest. Yeah, like I'm still working on it. However, that K-pop, I'm trying to study K-pop formation changes, and that is something I'm like I'm like I want to incorporate into my choreography. So like the K-pop formation changes, because they seamlessly, like you said, they seamlessly make it seem, you know, whoever's singing like pops out in just random spots. Yeah. And so like I want to find a way to incorporate that into like musical choreography, you know. And I tried to for Bend and Snap. I did it for Legally Blonde. I did like a little K-poppy situation for like the first like look at my thighs. Yeah. So like I had 4 of them, which was easy. But to take a group of 20, how do I do that? You know what I mean? So that's something I'm still trying to work on. And I would say formations are probably not my forte. Yeah. But it is fun to like work that. So that is my process. And I think the most important part about choreography for me really is the music. Like if you don't understand your music and you don't understand what it's asking of you, then I don't know. Like I don't think that like we're really using our bodies in the best ways possible to tell a story, right? So that's kind of like where I am when I get to choreography. That's a really long rant, but like
but no, that was like wow. And hey, like not even all K-pop choreographers are like good with formations either. Like if you girl, sorry, this is a little sad. Cat's Eye, come on now. Oh, how can you not do a formation with 6 girls? I mean 5 now as of recording, but like sorry, it's been on my mind. I'm just like
right.
But like there's like so many camera groups that are like just so good with like using their body to tell that story and like having like a group of 7 or a group of 9 or a group of like 4 like be able to just like I don't know like just maneuver themselves in a way that is technically and performance wise aesthetic to look at, but also matches what the music demands. Right. Like there are so many choreographers that are just like so talented with that. Like oh my god.
There are. Yeah, and I here's another thing for anybody out there too. I fully say that like you need to just use the resources that you have. Like use the people that inspire you. Like or even people around you. Like never let that ever intimidate you, right? Like you say, "Oh, they're the best dancer or they're the best singer," or whatever. Use that as fire, right? Use that to light that in you to grow, to get better, to don't let it stifle you, right? Like don't let it intimidate you. And I think that's one thing that I just like over time have like loved that I learned, right? Because I don't think I would be, or I don't think you would be in the position you were in if you let other people like comparison like
is the death of creation.
Is the death of creation is also the death of joy. So like never compare yourself. And I think that's just something that over time that helped me was like using people, like using the K-pop people, using the other choreographers that I know and love, right? Like I fully believe that each of us have something to offer each other and never let that be something that intimidates you, right? Like yeah. I just feel like people should know that. People should know that we need to use each other and lean on each other. And if you have questions or you need advice or inspiration, don't be afraid to ask.
And everyone is like a vessel for a thought. That's what I like to go like not even just in like a dancing aspect, in everything. Like if like I'm a huge people watcher. Like there's a vessel of thought in every person I see. Like when I see if I'm like on a train and I'm just like seeing how people react with each other, like I feel a little disrespectful doing it because I'm staring. I'm sorry, I can't help it. But like there's so much beauty in art. This is so like spiritual and like almost extraterrestrial and kind of like corny in a sense to say, but it's true. Like if you can find it, there's always a thought and intention and art behind everyday behavior, everyday creation, everyday art, everyday like literally anything you do, you can find something in there. And I think that is like I think my biggest growth was when like I was watching people the most. Like that's when I feel like I'm growing.
Right. Yeah, 100%. And there's like another quote where it's just like, you are made up of a million pieces of other people you've ever met.
That's so true.
Yeah. And that's not even just like art wise. It's just like in general, like you are made up of a million pieces, like of people you've ever interacted with. So yeah, 100% there's like intention. Also speaking of that, like intention and choreography. Yeah. Like, if you're just watching, like my favorite dancers are the people who I can literally just watch. And when they dance, I just think that they're having a conversation with me. And that's like, and so that is something that when you just watch other people, like even in general, just like people watching on the train, it's like, how can you translate how they're moving into a dance, you know? Right. And like, I think we kind of miss that a lot, because I think when we think of a dance and like when you think of choreography, you're thinking like, oh, I need to have them moving.
It's so separated from like
separated. But like even just the simple like lift, like tick, I don't know, like something like, I don't know, like even if I'm having a conversation with you, like how would my body move in that sense, right? Yes. Like, I don't know. I think we're just missing the storytelling and over dancing. I think that's what I'm looking for. Oh and God, saying yes. is over dancing. It's like we just think that we just need to throw choreography, vomit choreography, because we just have music. But like the simplest just little head move, simplest little like drop of a level, soften of a chest, so like it's just enough. It's enough, you know? Yeah. Anyway, this has been so fun.
This is, oh my God, this is like the highlight of my summer right here. Like this was like,
I love this so much, and I am so proud of you. I truly am so proud of you, and I'm literally so excited to be on stage with you. This is a dream, and
this is gonna be, oh my gosh.
Yeah, so come see us in Newsies if this comes out before Newsies. We open July 24th.
Yep.
Close August 9 at TMC Arts, Castro Valley. Otherwise, please check out all the ICDT stuff happening here. We have so many things. We got main stage, we got junior productions, we got the
kids productions.
We also got just a bunch of fun classes too.
Yes.
So check it out.
Check it out.
Have a wonderful rest of your day, everybody. Thanks, Vivaan. I love you.